All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is October 15th at 3:18 in the afternoon on Friday. And today I get to do a $425 recap. Oh boy, and I tell you, it could have been a much higher recap. So let's just kind of go over here. I traded, I went ahead and closed. I started building a position in apps. I think it was a few days ago. Today, I averaged into 14 contracts on the SPY. A call of 446, expiration on the 27th. I'll go over it. PLD traded a little bit, and Alcoa traded a little bit. So I left a lot of money on the table today. Let's just kind of look over it here. We'll start with Alcoa. Okay, so Alcoa did a really good job today. It was a very well-behaved stock, and I just so here we go. It opens up right here at $51.92, and it pushes past its open. It dipped down to the 75% area, and I didn't really have enough time to buy it right there, and then. Actually, let's make it larger so it's easier to see. So it dipped down into this Fibonacci right here and then popped back up. And it was really fast. I didn't have an order ready to go at that price. So, I missed that opportunity. I'm not upset about it, though. I don't really feel like that's I didn't really feel like I'd missed out. It's kind of a tough, it flashed down through that price really quickly. So it came back up. Then it pushed through its open, and it pushed through its open really quickly. And the closest I could get into it was at $52.30. And so I was kind of like, okay, I'm in this at $52.30, which is a bit higher than I want to be in it. I wanted to be in it at $51.92, and that means a 1% move puts me roughly at $52.42, roughly. And there I was in at 52.30, which is only 10%, only 10 cents lower, roughly, than my target price, right? So I was like, but it worked out, and so I did manage on that first trade right there, those first 100 shares. I did manage to make above 50 cents, which is 1%. So I did manage to make a 1% gain on that move. And so then I was like, okay. And so the next level that I had on this one was at $53.15. And I was like, I wonder, so here's $53.15, and then here's $53.98. And I was like, well, that's kind of a tight range. So I don't know. And so I took a stab at it, and it started to move up and then it started to dip down. I was like, okay, I'm out. Forget it, And so then I just took profits at roughly 9 cents, 9 and 8 cents, roughly, on another 100 share trade. And so part of the reason, let's just kind of go to the fibs here. So this Fibonacci level, $53.15, is from a gap and this is from a Fibonacci that I put on it a long time ago. I don't remember. And so I was like, well, this is still useful. This is still, this Fibonacci, it still, has price levels that the price is obeying. And so this level here, 53.15, was going to be a breakout level, but I didn't realize just exactly how powerful of a breakout level it was going to be. And I thought it was going to be like resistance, but it really, it came into that price today. Look at it on the 1 minute again. Came up, broke that price, came back, tested it, and moved away. And so after it moved away, it was already, so it's up 15% on the day. And when it hit like this point right here at 53.40 or so, something like that, I was like, how am I going to enter this when, this thing's already put in like a I don't know, a 10% move, but this thing, I tell you, AA kept going. And here, let me show you. So 53.40 would have been an okay entry too. It made a high here at 55. I mean, this thing, 56. So yeah, it made a high of 56.95. And let me pull up the other Fibonacci here. You can see Fibonacci that I put on it today. Here, it broke above this level at $53.97 up here. I hate it when I move things by accident. So here's this Fibonacci at $53.97. Broke above it, came down, tested it, was successful at testing it, and then just moved away. Huge day for Alcoa. I've never seen a day like this for Alcoa. I mean, one of the first trades I ever made in 2000, when I discovered what trading was all about, and I think it was 2005 or 2006, was on Alcoa. So really interesting. Really, really interesting here. So quite a day for Alcoa. I did not maximize my gains on this trade, on this stock. Really quite a performer today. I mean, let's say from an open of $52 to a high of almost $57. So it's $5 range. That's a good move. PLD is the other one. So PLD really didn't do well. I ditched this early. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So I was paying closer attention to, I think it was Alcoa at the time. And so PLD came right down here, found a range between the 61.8 fib and the 50% fib, and then took off back to its open. Now, when I traded this, I bought the open. I bought the push past the open. But then it spent a significant amount of the rest of the morning just hanging around its opening price. Its opening price was at 138.56 and just bobbled around. And so I let go of it. I think it was after this one right here. It ran up and then came back down and just couldn't find any muscle. It couldn't get any energy to keep going higher. And so I dumped that one for I dumped it for a 9-cent gain. So at least I got out of it before it started. It just kind of headed down. It hit noon and just didn't. Looks like it caught some support in the red zone there. I mean, if you're patient enough to trade that into the end of the day, maybe you left at the morning and then came back at the end of the day. All right. So those were those trades. Now here's the SPY. Here's the trade on the SPY. So I spent pretty much all day at my desk for the most part, and I averaged into 14 SPY contracts, and I don't really remember the time, but I know that I bought let me make this. This is the 10-minute chart. I mean, I know I bought SPY contracts at in this area. I know I bought them in this area. I bought some in this area, in this area. Down here, I bought some here. And so I was in 14 of them, and I was looking for the points that were low or whatever. And I was like, it's going higher. The SPY is working on going higher, right? It's bullish. And so I sat here, and by the time it started making this move right here, so annoying. By the time it started making this move right here, I was in the 14 contracts at an average of $3.84. Let me see here. Hang on. $2.84. 1027. Yeah, at an average of 284. Oh, this is annoying. Ay, ay, ay. So at this point up here in the day when it went to 446.26, I was up almost $800 on those 14 contracts. And now the price is creeping back up. So, okay. So I was like, okay, here's the run here. It moved to a high of 446. And I don't know what its destination is going to be. I don't know where the SPY is going today exactly. But it's past 446. It's up above 446 somewhere. But when it got to this point right here today, it came up, hit 446.26, and then came back and tagged on this 10-minute candle right here. It came back and tagged 445.65, which was a significant level of support and resistance. Tagged it here, and then tagged it here and moved away, and it was acting like it was about to go back up again, but then just started plunging on this candle right here. I let it go. I let it go on this candle right here. So a pretty measly gain for 14 contracts, for 14 SPY contracts at only 17 cents profit. Pretty damn measly gain. $238, So, and now here it is, right now. I mean, I must have sold for somewhere close to, $3. Let's see. Let's do the math real quick. I think I was in an average of 287. So let's see, 2.87 plus 0.17 equals, yeah, about 3. That looks about right. And now it's at, it's at least they're a few cents higher now. So what happens with the SPY and the rest of the day here, I don't know. If I had, and I should have sold some up here. I should have taken some profit, at least some profit up here above 446. But I was waiting for the big move. I was waiting for, let's see where, let's see if we can tag 447, And it shook me off right here. I don't know. I mean, if it ends the day higher than right here, then yeah, too bad, so sad. All right, apps. Now, apps was one that I let go. I was really looking forward to hanging on to apps for quite a bit longer today, and this is another one. At one point today, I remember looking at these 4 contracts that I have on apps, and it was up $450. I mean, so if So I let go of this. I could have let go of this around 750, and I could have let go of this somewhere around 450. I could have let go of my apps contract somewhere around 450 today, and I could have let go of my SPY contract somewhere around 750 today. So, yeah, all right. I didn't maximize gains. But look at this thing, and the real clue for me should have been right there. This double top today at 87.75. Apps opened up here, dipped down, and then really started taking off. And came up here, spiked this 87.75 and dropped away, and then started climbing again, and dropped back down, kind of sagged for the rest of the day. So before it goes into the weekend, and I'll probably come in on Monday, and apps will have gapped up over 88. It looks to me like 88, 81 is the next spot for apps to test. But it's also on the daily. Let me clean this up a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. On the daily here, it's looking kind of weak. A run up to 87.85 and then a $2 drop down after a run like this. After a straight run like that, it looks to me like it might try and pull back soon. I could be wrong. In a pullback to test 81, this 81 area, it's the fib to test this fib support right here. Yeah, I could see that. So I didn't really feel confident holding on to it, and I didn't want it to turn red on me. So at least I got out of it green, right? All right. So then let's see. So the VIX today My prediction on the VIX here. Let's show you. Let me pull this up. My prediction on the VIX was it was going to pop up a little bit today and then come down through and retest the bottom. And well, I was wrong. So, this support area came down below it, put a pivot in above it, dropped down below, came back, broke back above, dropped down, found support right there, and then has pretty much stayed above the support. And so that's going to be that's going to put downward pressure on the SPY, on the upward movement on the SPY. So maybe next week is the the day. Maybe there'll be a day next week when the VIX breaks down below so this support and resistance level here, and then stays there, and then it'll be there'll be bullish opportunities all over the place. It's the time of the year, to make a lot of money. All right, Bitcoin is on its way. It is on its way. 65,000. Here we come. So I started averaging into Sino and InvestView starting about a month ago, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens with these two. They're kind of these. Oh, and I bought a little bit, just a tiny bit of Riot, RIOT, 50 shares, I think, and I paid too much for them. Yeah, I'm in at $27.82 on Riot, which is like, I don't know, one of these days back here when it was popping up, I bought 50 shares. It looks to me, there's this support line here. It looks to me like Riot's come back up above it, so it'll start exploring higher prices. Perhaps. If Bitcoin starts going nuts, then Riot's going to start going nuts. All right, everybody. I'm just going to leave it there. Oh, well, actually, one last thing here. It looks to me it's a pretty safe bet that B&O will close above $23.22 today. So going forward, I'll be looking for opportunities to buy B&O on red. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you on Monday morning's strategy session. I am out.